Something that I've seen a lot of people overlook is that video game consoles don't just have video games. Going right back to the very beginning, people have been trying to bridge that divide between consoles and computers. And really the only difference between the two are legal definitions and perception by consumers. When it comes to game consoles, it means that not all software released for them are video games. And Artist Tool is a perfect example of that. So we need to jump back in time a little bit here, because when Hudson and NEC designed the PC Engine, one of their goals was for it to not just be a video game machine. It's called a PC Engine because you were supposed to take that core unit and plug it into different hardware that would make it more PC-like. NEC announced plans for a lot of add-ons early on in the PC Engine's life, but very few of them actually made it to market. We never saw the PC Engine modem, for example. Artist Tool, however, was the center of the biggest attempt to turn the PC Engine into a PC. The whole thing comes in multiple parts. First, there's the actual software Artist Tool. If you got this, you could run it on your standard PC Engine, no problem. And in fact, that's how I have to do it since I don't have any of the special peripherals. The first of those peripherals is the Illust Booster, a drawing tablet for your PC Engine. It was sold separately and cost 9,800 yen. Maybe you wanted to do a bit more than just doodling. In that case, why not get the Photo Reader? That's a handheld scanner for your PC Engine. For just 5,000 yen, you could put any picture into Artist Tool. But what if you wanted to get it back out? Then you just have to purchase the Print Booster, which plugs into the back of the PC Engine, so no using this with the CD-ROM or the memory bank. And the printer cost 24,800 yen. So if you wanted to get the complete Artist Tool package, it was 45,400 yen. Needless to say, this product was not a success. And Artist Tool and the peripherals are incredibly rare. And that means that Artist Tool is the first member of the PC Engine's 10,000 yen club, the exclusive club for any software where you're going to have to pay at least 10,000 yen to get a copy. And in the case of Artist Tool, it blows way past that, to easily costing more than 15,000 yen. And with peripherals, I've seen prices over 150,000 yen. So how does Artist Tool work out as an artist program? What are you getting for all of that money? Well, before I get into that, you need to understand a bit about how printers worked in the 1980s. Broadly speaking, there were three types that you saw hooked up to computers. Raster printers, which just printed dots where necessary. Printers that essentially functioned as typewriters, with a few different methods of printing predefined characters onto a page. And then there were plotters. Plotters basically replicated the action of drawing on the paper, putting a pen down and moving it around, or moving the paper underneath the pen, and this allowed for some very finely detailed illustrations. The Print Booster is actually a plotter, so if you chose to print your drawings from Artist Tool, it would replicate the way that you drew the lines. Now there is one problem with that. Plotters are drawing lines with a pen. That means they're not very good at filling things in. The best results come from cross-hatching. So for that reason, the only things you can draw in Artist Tool are freehand lines, straight lines, and ellipses. You can also erase part of those, but that is it. There's no flood fill, no patterns, things that would be found in the standard drawing programs of the era. They don't even give you polygons. You'll have to draw those yourself. The way Artist Tool works is that you press button 2 to bring up the menu, and on the right-hand side you've got your palette, and on the left-hand side you've got your tools. Button 1 will select what you're pointing at, and button 2 will close the menu again. Choosing the option in the upper left will let you change the color palette. The bottom square is the background color for your drawing, and all of the other ones can be changed. Although you might want to be cautious before you change any of the grays, because you can only change to one of the colors that appear on the right-hand side, and you'll notice that there are no other gray options. The broom or mop below that clears your drawing, and the musical note lets you pick one of 3 soundtracks. The actual drawing tools are in the next column, a freehand pencil, the straight line pencil, circles, a freehand eraser, and then the last eraser will erase the entire object that you move over. So an entire circle or line. You'll notice that there is no way to save your drawings. Even if you don't have the printer attached and have it plugged into the CD-ROM, whatever you've got goes away when you turn off the power. For your drawing, you can hit select to cycle through a few status messages. One that shows you your XY coordinates, and another that shows you how much memory you're using. Artist Tool isn't especially well known in Japan, and the two people I found talking about it didn't like it very much. And it's really easy to see why. Artist Tool is just about unusable as a drawing program, even by the standards of 1989. These days, it's more interesting for the weird peripherals around it than the fact that NEC and Hudson made a drawing program for the PC Engine. Artist Tool is a historical curiosity, not something you'd actually want to tinker with.